Well, welcome to another Friday night. This is On Fire Family, and this is a poolside happy hour. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum. Hoist the mainsail, here I come. Ain't no room on board for the insincy. You're my witness, I'm your mutiny.
Well, we crossed a milestone today. We have exited Georgia, and it was a short week or so that we were in Georgia. The coastline is actually small compared to the size of the state. But we had an amazing time. This low country boating has been awesome. Beautiful flat water, open expanses, a lot of nature. We really have enjoyed the time that we were underway.
I think it's my favorite greenery so far, with the beautiful trees and the Spanish moss, and the magnolia trees are starting to bloom, and combined with palm trees, it's just gorgeous.
Yeah. Good, smooth, easy cruising. Not any weather to really worry about, so we've had a really easy time of that.
I've had horseflies to worry about.
Horseflies, no-see-ums. We've had, bugs have
They
been
bite.
a challenge. But we've had some amazing stops. So when we first crossed in from our last stop in Florida, which was Jacksonville area, we hit Cumberland Island, which was really, really cool.
Thanks to, friends, Mom with a Map.
Yeah, we did a little bit of a walk and talk on that. Well, we crossed a big milestone on our great loop today. We are no longer in Florida. We crossed over into Georgia after several months, really.
Since December?
Yeah, since December, when we crossed into the panhandle of Florida from Alabama. We have really enjoyed the panhandle, the west coast, the Keys, and now completed the east coast of Florida, crossing into Georgia. We are at Cumberland Island, and we're taking a nature walk, and it is awesome. We're going to go down to some ruins, see a little museum, and walk back on the other side, on the Atlantic side, on the beach.
So we're at the Sea Camp dock. The Dungeness dock is closed, but just within a few hundred yards is the Sea Camp dock, and that's where this trail starts. Down to Dungeness and the ruins, and then the beach and back.
We have really had a great time these last, since we got back from the Bahamas, making our way up the coast. Our last big stop was St. Augustine, where we saw some family. We checked out some sites. We saw some friends that flew in, some Looper friends that we reconnected with, and the kids got to hang out with other Loop kids, and it's just, we've really enjoyed. So St. Augustine was a big stop for us. Where were we prior to that? I don't even remember now.
We were Titusville.
Titusville. Yeah, we saw a SpaceX launch, which was
12:30 in the morning.
Yep. So we all woke up and saw the SpaceX launch. We did Kennedy Space Center 2 different days.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved that. The kids had a great time looking at all of that stuff. The Space Shuttle, Atlantis, and other exhibits there. We did some boat repairs. We had a major failure on our exhaust elbow, leaking seawater, and so we were able to get the part and get it expressed to us. We had a harbor host right there in Titusville. Thank you, Dave.
Easter with Dave and Claudia.
And that was terrific. And so hats off to the harbor hosts all around the loop that help you out with such things. So the boat's fixed, and we are back underway and on to our next adventure as we head up the coast of Georgia, the Carolinas, and on into the Chesapeake a little bit later on. So we're going to enjoy this hike. Cheers.
Cheers.
From there, we
Jekyll Island.
Jekyll Island, which was a little more like a resortish kind of fun. We took the Marina's golf cart and went and explored, and took the complimentary bikes.
And tacos and beers, and then we biked to the historic area.
Well, here we are on Jekyll Island, and we're taking a family bike ride to the historic district here along this bike path. It's delightful. An amazing day, an amazing marina, lots of hospitality, and we're ready for a great time. Jekyll Island, 2 thumbs up. Free bikes at the marina to come and explore this historic district. Spanish moss just dripping from all of these beautiful trees. Looking for a pub and some shops to satisfy the family, maybe some ice cream. What a great place. Highly recommend. Cheers. The historic district was awesome.
Yeah, with these homes that are called cottages, but they're like big homes. And we had some dessert and drinks in the cafe, and it was the pool. We didn't stay there, but the pool there, Madeline said that pool makes her hate all other pools.
Yeah.
So it was gorgeous.
Which is maybe why she's not at this pool today. But Mason's having a good time out here, and we're out here supervising. There he goes. Anyway. Yeah, a really good stop, a really hospitable marina, like one of the tightest docking jobs. We had to parallel park, and
Yeah, their dockhand killed it.
absolutely killed it.
Seth killed it. Like he parallel parked amazing.
Yeah, super nice. And then from Jekyll, we went, we spent another night on Anchor, just because of the timing of it, and then on to Savannah. Is that right?
Sunbury Crab Company.
Oh, Sunbury Crab Company.
Yes.
Which was cool. It was a bit of a side trip off the ICW.
It was an hour off the ICW.
But glad we did it. It was really nice. We were the only boat on the dock that night. We had dinner reservations, so we went up, and it was just a really good...
And it was packed.
Local seafood, place and time.
Blue crab up the wazoo everywhere.
Yeah.
Delicious.
And then on to Savannah. And a couple of days in Savannah, we did the hop-on, hop-off train, trolley tour of the city. All of the squares, the Spanish moss in the trees.
23 squares now.
Just delightful. So much history. I think the kids had a really good education, and a lot of the history of the city. We did the Prohibition Museum, which I don't know if is on everybody's list, but we actually, I think, was really
Don't do it
cool.
on a Sunday.
Yeah, the speakeasy's closed on Sunday.
They'll give you mocktails, but not real cocktails. So that was kind of a womp womp after going through the Prohibition Museum. But we just learned, the kids learned all about the 20s and 30s and all of the unintended consequences due to Prohibition. And we hit the waterfront, and we hit a couple of breweries, some good eats. We had friends there.
So we've been loop frogging off and on with Looper Friends Crab Shack, and they're 2 girls, and so we've been kind of hanging out with them as we cross paths.
Out more than normal, because when you're with friends, you want to eat out.
And some of these cool places, the way you explore the local place usually is to hit the local brew pub or hit the local seafood restaurant, and we've been doing that maybe too much.
At the Crystal Beer Company, I had the shrimp and grits that made me want to cry. And he swore that I wouldn't have enough room for peach cobbler, and he was right. Like, it just filled me up with all warmness of shrimp and grits.
So we're eating well. Don't worry about that.
Oh, man.
And so now we have crossed over today from Georgia to South Carolina. So today we are poolside in Hilton Head. We pulled in today and docked the boat here for a couple of days.
It's a super shishi area. We're right in the shopping area with the nice restaurant overlooking the water, and it's fun.
So we're looking forward to exploring this area. We're looking forward to this next chapter of our loop as we continue to head north along the ICW here. We're having a great time. So thanks for joining for another Friday night. We appreciate you guys watching. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss our next update, and we'll see you next Friday night.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Bobby.